Hello, welcome to Wisdom Wednesday, January 24th, 2018. Steve Sipress here. Glad you're with me. Rhino of the day is this cute little baby rhino. I believe it's a little clay baby rhino standing on the baby rhino grass. And that is germane to today's Wisdom Wednesday topic for this week, and it is based on Michael Gerber and his fantastic classic book for entrepreneurs, a must-read. You really shouldn't be in business unless you've read The E-Myth Revisited, and really ought to read it more than once. I was looking for my copy to show it here and kind of maybe read something from it on this video, but apparently I have given it away to a client. I've given away many copies to clients over the years, and the reason I'm bringing this up today is because I seem to I'm getting flooded with calls where my advice, hey Lincoln, is based on Michael Gerber's teachings from the E-Myth Revisited. And it's a beautiful thing, actually. It's happening. I believe it's a combination of things. Number one, it's happening because it's towards the beginning of the year when people set goals and they say, gee, I'm not happy with where my business is at the end of 2017, and I want to take it to the next level in 2018. But also, and I think more importantly, it's a result of the economy starting to boom, starting to turn. After it got messed up at the end of the Bush presidency, and then in came a president that his priority was not at all to help small business owners, help big business. Big business loves big government, but the Obama presidency was 8 years of doing nothing to help small business owners and almost everything possible to hurt small business owners. So basically, we've had 10 years of stagnation and crap for small business owners. Hey, Brian. And so now that the regulations are being cut and the taxes are being cut and consumer sentiment is up and things are booming and everyone knows that with a businessman in the White House, there's all kinds of crazy things going on that I don't know, many people could agree with a lot of it, but for business purposes, things are happening. And so what's happening is businesses, even if you don't put any systems into place and do any of the right things, a lot of businesses are still starting to grow, starting to burst at the seams a little bit, starting to get some business. And it's kind of foreign. It's something that hasn't happened for years. It's been so much work to get customers, clients, members, patients over the last 10 years or so of the stagnant economy. And now things are starting to happen. So here's what happens. I'm getting calls from people that take advantage of my 25 and 25 strategy session, where I guarantee to find at least $25,000 in 25 minutes for any established business, and usually I find a lot more. But also, it's my clients calling me, and they are either wanting to burst through and are kind of stuck and know that there's something they're missing to grow, or things are starting to fall through the cracks because they're growing, but they're not putting systems into place to be able to handle it in their business. Their business can't handle the growth, and so mistakes are being made, and they're losing clients, and things are getting messed up. Now, of course, while the economy booms, those clients will be replaced, but unless you put the right systems into place, you're going to do well, you're going to make money as the economy continues to boom, but you're not going to rocket your business into the stratosphere like you really could if you do some simple things. So the Wisdom Wednesday advice is based on Michael Gerber, who talks about the stages of a business. And in the beginning, how when we start a business, pretty much most people that start a business doing something they love to do or doing something they're really good at, and kind of do pretty much everything in the business to start. I mean, you gotta network or cold call or do any of that grunt work to get your first clients or customers or patients or members, and then you do all the work to help them and to serve them with whatever product or service that you have. And you're also setting your goals and casting your vision, and you're keeping your books and you're looking at your budget and you're making sure you've got money to meet payroll and in the account and pay your bills, and you're kind of managing the business, you're being the entrepreneur with the vision for the business, and you're also the technician, the doer of the business. Those are the three areas Michael Gerber talks about of any business. And when we start out, we tend to be doing all those at once. Makes sense. It's not like a lot of people that start a business, not like everyone has lots of money to be hiring everyone right off the bat. And so Brian says, second E-Myth video reference of the day. It makes sense to me. I mean, that's what's happening. My experience, almost every conversation I'm having right now, the advice is to take the advice of Michael Gerber from the E-Myth. So if you haven't read that book yet, hey, Chris, go to Amazon.com or anywhere else you can, or go to your bookshelf, hopefully it's there, and grab a copy of E-Myth Revisited and go through that thing. It's a quick read. You don't have to read through the whole thing, but get into the beginning of it and understand those are the three areas of a business: the doer, the vision, and the manager. And so if you want the business to grow, you got to stop doing all those three things. You got to get someone to manage the business. You got to get someone to do the doing of the different areas of the business so you can become the entrepreneur. You can go from the doer, someone who's self-employed, who pretty much has a job, you're doing something, you're providing the product or service. If you're a plumber, you're doing the plumbing. If you're an attorney, you're doing the legal work. If you're a doctor, you're a chiropractor, you're treating patients. And you go from that, you get somebody to do that. I know you think, and I hear it a lot, oh, just can't find good people. You know, I had this conversation with somebody yesterday. He's been 27 years in the GC business, a general contractor, and he subs out the work, and he's currently working on a 17-unit condo build that's going to take about a year. And he's like, he's got his own business on the side where he's on side projects. And I said, well, you're looking to grow that business, or it's pretty much just you doing side jobs? He goes, yeah, it's just me. I like to grow it, but, you know, I can't find good people. Can't find anyone who's up to the standards of doing my work, who's a good person. And when anybody says that to me, I just ask them, I go like, well, you're working for this other company, he's the superintendent for this remodeling construction company, and they found you. How'd they find you? And I went to the website, and they've got other employees, and you're subbing out the work, and they're doing lots of projects and doing this build of 17 units and whatever. They got some good people. How'd they find them? Gee, you're right. I guess it is possible to find good people. So cut the crap with the, hey, I can't find good people. Number one, you're overcomplicating your business if you need good people. Look at the most successful businesses there are. Michael Gerber talks a lot about Ray Kroc with McDonald's. He set that business up so that any idiot can run the business. And pretty much it is. It's run by, it's the first job for lots of people. When we're 15 years old and we have trouble even getting out of bed and getting to class on time and doing whatever, and yet we can run $1 million restaurant. $1 million a year business, because you press a button. You just follow the rules. You press this button, and the exact amount of soda goes into the cup, and you press this button, and the fries heat up, the oil heats up for exact amount of time. All you've got to do is put in the potatoes, take them out. You got to put the cup under the thing, press the button, take it out. I mean, as the drive-through, somebody says, I'll have a cheeseburger, you press a button that says cheeseburger, and then it lights up in the back, and it says, hey, put a cheeseburger on. So it's all a system that anybody can do it. So if your business is based on you being charismatic or being skillful or being the only one that can do it, or it's tough to find good people, that's mistake number one. You're trapping yourself into continuing to do and be the technician and the doer of your business, and you're not going to be able to turn it into basically what I call a real business that can operate without you. So that's it for Wisdom Wednesday. Take it from Michael Gerber and look at your business and think of the guy that owns McDonald's. Think of the professional athlete, like, Peyton Manning made that deal with Papa John's, and they gave him like 20 or 30 franchises or something. Think about the professional athlete who retires with all that money, and he buys a number of outlets of a franchise. He buys like 20 McDonald's. Do you think under any circumstances that former now professional athlete took that $20 million and bought 20 McDonald's and thinks he's got to drive all around the city now to flip burgers and work the cashier and sweep the floors in 20 different McDonald's? He's not even thinking of flipping one burger ever. He's running a business, and he's not caught up in the doing of the business at all. The doing he does is he looks at the reports that come in every Monday morning from the previous week from all the different outlets, and they show all the different numbers. How many sales, how many burgers, how many fries, what's the average time for the drive-through, any accidents that occurred, any products that they ran out of that weren't ordered properly, this, that, anyone showed up late, what's going on. He looks at the numbers, and he's managing the operation. He's managing managers. He even has managers to manage. Maybe he has 4 regional managers, each managing 5 locations, and he's really the entrepreneur. He's casting the vision. He's saying, hey, let's open another one, and then let's open another one over here, and then maybe I'll also open up some gas stations, and I'll open up some pizza places. And he's being an entrepreneur, and he's not caught up in the doing of the business. That's being an entrepreneur. That's as opposed to being self-employed. Hey, Gunnar Monson, great seeing you. Being a doer, being a business owner. And that's what I call the difference between a business owner and an entrepreneur. The business owner is pretty much a doer of a business. The entrepreneur is someone who's taking advantage of multiple opportunities, starting multiple businesses. Very often they're not even really related. I mean, now, the guy's, for some reason, well, I know the reason, but one of the reasons, but he ran for president. This guy's now, in the White House. But Donald Trump was a good example. This guy had Trump, golf courses and Trump commercial buildings and Trump residential buildings and Trump water and Trump clothes and Trump steaks and Trump this and Trump that and Trump airlines and Trump casinos and like whatever the heck he thought was a good idea and he could slap his name on it, he was doing. And I hope you realize that he didn't get into real estate development because he ever thought he was going to start laying bricks or pouring a foundation or doing any of that crap. Okay, so you make the decision. Do you want to be a doer of the business, or you're doing something because you're good at it and you love it and you think you can't find anyone else to do it well enough to run a business, and you can't systematize your business so that pretty much anyone can follow the system and do it? Then you're going to be stuck. You're going to be a doer of the business. You're not going to be able to grow. You're not going to be able to take advantage fully of this booming economy. The entrepreneurs are. Those that can take advantage of opportunities, put systems into place, and break through those barriers by not being caught up in having to do everything. So that's my wish for you, is either one. If you want to just have a job, then go for it. Can't help you with that. But if you want to be a true entrepreneur, take advantage of opportunity, because this, for the first time in 10 years, we got big opportunity coming up. Then I can help you with that. Other people can help you with that. Most of all, it starts up here. You want to be an entrepreneur, not a business owner. Hey, Jason Schumacher's here. Great seeing you. And I saw a comment from Phil Brakefield. Phil says, you're forcing me to address my head trash today. Thanks, I needed that. My pleasure, Phil. And Phil, being a client of mine, give me a call. Don't be a stranger. And let's work through it together and get you on the right track and taking advantage of this booming economy and the whole opportunity that there is for 2018 and likely beyond. We're either going to be letting it pass us by, and everyone's going to do, pretty well. Not everyone, but if you do, pretty much the basic things right, businesses are going to do pretty well. But if you make a few tweaks and you put some systems into place, and yeah, as Phil says, you get your head in gear, because that's where it starts. Man, we're going to have a fantastic 2018 and beyond. That's my wish for you. Thanks for being here, everybody, live, and everyone watching on the replay on Wisdom Wednesday. I'll be back tomorrow, where we have some fun on Throwback Thursday. Take it back in time to something in my personal or business life, a blast from the past. And I usually get to throw in a business lesson here or there while we're having fun as well. So I hope you'll join me there. It's starting to get a little chilly here late afternoon as the sun is about to set. I know it got into the 70s today in beautiful Arizona. I also wish that on everybody, that you build a business, put systems into place, and be able to work from where you want, when you want, with whom you want, doing what you want. Beautiful place to be. I wish on everybody. Thanks for being here today, and I'll see you back here tomorrow on Throwback Thursday. Bye-bye.